What's up, guys? This is Hitchy Good, and today we've got some potentially concerning news coming out of X. EA DICE have come out today with another Battlefield Labs update that is really detailing their plans for the class system for Battlefield 6, and to be honest, it's not pretty. Now, the majority of what they talk about seems innocent enough, but let's look a little deeper at how DICE is planning to repeat their mistakes from Battlefield 2042. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up with everything I've got going on at Hitchy Good Gaming. But for now, on with the video. In the latest update, they tell us this: we envision the future of Battlefield classes to be a series of interconnected systems and fundamentals that shape your role on the battlefield while granting you the freedom to customize how you execute that role. Through Battlefield Labs play sessions, feedback, and data gathering, we aim to strike a balance between defined roles and player choice. It sounds like a lot of political jargon, and to a lobbyist, I absolutely recognize it. So, alright, look, fair enough, but how much player choice are we talking here? Is there gonna be some kind of overlap for weapon choices like what we saw in Battlefield 4 with some of the DMRs and the shotguns? Let's read into it. They go on. The class system is defined by two main components: customizable and class defining. The customizable components empower players to explore and push the boundaries of their roles within their chosen class while also still adhering to the expectations of the class. The class defining components are designed to enhance pick up and go playability and reinforce the expectations of your class identity. And now they really get into the specifics of what exactly is customizable, and it doesn't seem that customizable at all, and there's a reason they kind of structure it this way, and it's because they're spinning the story here. But let's go ahead and read into it. Class gadgets. You'll have the option to carry 2 gadgets onto the battlefield tailored to each class and its specific role. Recon aficionados specialize in intelligence and counterintelligence with class gadgets including deployed beacons, anti-personnel mines, and laser designators. Alright, fair enough. Training. This is basically the field upgrade system from Battlefield 4, which I did appreciate. Our philosophy with training is to offer a series of traits that can be unlocked during play to enhance your ability to perform your role. As you engage more in a match, you'll gradually earn flat stat bonuses and more to support the effectiveness of your role further. Alright, that sounds fine. Throwables. Our approach to throwables prioritizes enabling each class to effectively fulfill its role by providing tailored throwables. Alright, so each class is going to get a specific throwable that kind of adheres to that playstyle. But here's where it gets bad. Weapon loadouts. Fully customizable weapon loadouts allow you the freedom to play the way you want. Play to the strengths of your class by using your signature weapons, or easily switch to any weapon to meet the needs of your squad. So, herein lies the problem. DICE saw what happened in 2042 and thought, hey, we want to do that again. It's really about as tone deaf as coming out and saying that the next Battlefield will be a, quote, love letter to the fans, or that we're months ahead of schedule. The same song and dance, and they still really haven't learned, or so it appears that way. For years, players have been wanting Battlefield 3 and 4 mechanics to return to the game, and at this point, it has to be this overwhelming, rushing noise in the ears of DICE devs, but they are still continuing to ignore it and just stick those earplugs in a little bit deeper. They're running out of room, to be honest. Now, you can just go to the comment section on X where they have this posted. I'll put that in the link below, and it is a vast, overwhelming majority of people hate this. For every posted comment that say, yeah, this is a great idea, there's probably 9 or 10 saying that this is a terrible idea. And pretty much every major Battlefield content creator is coming out against this. Westy, Eric, Ghost Gaming, Tactical Brit, hell, even DICE's own graphics designer is bucking EA on this. So really, this is honestly going to be the test of Battlefield Labs. DICE, either you made Battlefield Labs to truly listen to the fan base, or you did it to gin up hype for the game, pretend you're listening, but in reality, just do whatever the hell you want, the community to be damned. So we're going to find that out here probably pretty soon. So they're trying to spin this in the next section, and once we get done with the blog post, I'm going to unspin it as best I can, so we know the real reason they're doing this. But ultimately, this is the class-defining aspects of your loadouts. Signature weapons. Each class has a signature weapon category tied to their class identity, which when used enhances their role on the battlefield. For example, using our same ongoing test subject, the recon class, if you select a weapon from the sniper rifle category, you will benefit from increased breath holding duration. In contrast, an assault player choosing from the same category will not receive this bonus. So in essence, they're copying over the very same thing they did in Battlefield 2042. And if they do this, the only way this becomes even remotely plausible is if these little perks become so powerful that it almost outweighs actually using the weapon outside of its own class, which I definitely don't want to see. Any perks should be noticeable, but not have so much benefit that you can't live without them. So that's not viable. The other route is just like 2042, where you really never even notice that the perks exist. So they're so ineffective and weak that players can run basically whatever they want, and their only penalty is what? Having 2 less magazines when they spawn in? I honestly don't even remember or can recall anything outside of that was a perk in Battlefield 2042. That's how much they didn't matter. And if they don't matter, you might as well just have no boundaries, and you don't have any boundaries under the system that they're proposing. DICE continues on. DMRs, carbines, and shotguns remain viable options no matter your class, but don't benefit from any signature weapon bonus. The signature trait. Each class features a unique signature trait providing passive bonuses tailored to optimize your role on the battlefield. For instance, a recon player automatically spots enemies while aiming down sights, encouraging the use of weapons that complement this specialization. So great, you end up using the correct one, well, the correct firearm. Guess what? We're going to give you a free target detector on your gun. It's not large enough to make a difference here. Signature gadget. These gadgets are unique and singular to each class, with an aim for you to always have access to a tool that fulfills the role of that class, separate from what you may choose as gadgets within your loadout. And then the default weapon packages, and I would probably guess these are skins, these are bundles that can be bought in the shop. It says the default weapon package is a preset combination of attachments and visual customization for each class to be combat ready, with the option for future progression and personalization. So, let's recap. Why is DICE doing this?
Money, money, this, money, money, that. Profit will make me wallet fat.
They're following in Activision's footsteps with Call of Duty, and while Activision honestly is the scummiest company in the gaming world, let's not forget just how close behind EA is when it comes to this accolade. The deal is that EA is going to have a harder time selling skins in the store if classes are locked, and if you play mainly support and a sick looking assault weapon skin comes out, you're probably never going to get it because you spend time playing support. With each new skin bundle that comes out, there's a possibility that 75% of the player base won't be interested, but if the classes remain unlocked, then EA might very well sell a bunch of them. You see, this is what the modern live service gaming platform has done to gaming, unfortunately. DICE has repeatedly indicated that they're going down the same path as the Golden Era Battlefield games, and so far it seems that that could potentially be the case. But after their refusal to confirm a server browser, and now this, it seems like things are more or less going the way of 2042. Hopefully not. Battlefield 3 and 4, they both had it right. They had it figured out where class roles were clearly defined. And if there's an awesome gadget you want to use in a different class, you better just get used to the guns of that class. This kept metas from ruining gameplay and allowing diversity to play out in the game. This is why Battlefield 3 and 4 had such a long life cycle, because, hey, I'm always an assault class, but I really want to go over this class and use this, and it would take time to learn some of the guns. And even if not, you could go with a shotgun or a DMR, something in between to kind of help you out. But with everyone running around with one of the top 3 guns in the game, and with both a medic and an ammo bag, there's really no reason to play together. There's no reason to build teamwork. There's really no reason not to just play COD at that point, because that's what this game will be turning into. And sadly, EA and DICE are branding this as a quote-unquote player choice issue. But they better watch out. It could end up being a bigger player choice issue than they know when players choose not to play the game, and the Battlefield franchise lets us down once again. So please go to DICE's X account and let them know just how much this mechanic is not wanted. I've got a link down in the description below, but don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Hit you good, out.
responsible.